Dímelo, Dominican York. What's going on, mi gente? What is going on? ¿Cómo están? It's been a couple days. Feels like a week. I think it's been like 2 or 3 days, honestly. But let's get straight into it, guys. Why am I filming? Today's scent of the day is Arabians Tonka. I don't know. It's got to be, for some reason, my computer screen is showing stock numbers instead of temperature. But I'll look at it in a second. It's got to be in the 50s, 60s. But it was chilly, you know what I mean? And perfect choice to smell sweet, woody. To me, seductive, enticing. Not that that's what I wanted to project, but it's so good. It's so rich. I only did 2 sprays on skin to the chest, and it was more than enough to push through the cold to give me a scent trail and a sillage that I think was intimate, but I felt was steady. You don't need a lot for this, especially if you're going to be indoors around people. This thing can be super overpowering. Of course, when I got home, I sprayed more. That's just me. So I'm enveloped in it now. And look, I'm about to do a spray. Let's see. I don't remember. Not the greatest atomizer. It did kind of push out really well. It fell pretty fast. Let's go one more. So there was more aggressive. That it was primed. It shot pretty straight off curtain, pretty much off curtain, but not a lot of juice. Not a great amount of juice comes out of that Montale'S sprayer. Let's see. And I'm going to put in the last one. Just a small spritz on the wrist. Let's see what I get, right? I don't even have to, you don't have to reach for it. You don't have to put your nose in it. So right away, I do get musk, and I get sweetness that's dense. And I think there's a rose hidden in there. My first nose, or when I started to dive deeper into scents, wouldn't have picked that up. And of course, I hear people talk about it. And then is it a rose oud? Because if it is, this is my favorite rose oud, not one that I had mentioned previously. If this is a rose oud, this is done so well because it's tremendously sweet, sickeningly sweet if you put on too much. And then some people might not even pick up on the sweetness. Some people might pick up on the oudy part, the woody part, that it could be funky and animalic to certain noses. I do believe, and I'm gonna stick, yeah. There is a Middle Eastern flair, and this does it to me. I gotta admit, I didn't realize this is a rose oud, guys. This is a rose oud. Oh, along the vein, a Shagaf oud elixir. It really is. I wouldn't have thought so before. I'm glad I have this. This I thought was my most delicious rose oud fragrance. Very inexpensive. I'm finding it for as little as $15 these days. I'm not buying them, but I'm seeing them for as little as $15. Without full box, but believe me, it's on a retail site. This I had before I got Shagaf, and I didn't realize it's a rose oud. I thought it was more like a BR 540 with more woody tones, which it is. It is like BR 540, but a lot more dense. And I never smelled BR 540 extrait, whether dupe or not, or OG. So I don't know that almondy nature unless, I can think I know what it might smell like, because I've got, PDMs with that almondy nature. I've got other things with, almondy stuff in it. And I don't know. Going back to Arabians Tonka, you can make this a one and done. A rose oud that's one and done. If you prefer sweetness. if you prefer sweetness over cleanly blue or a dry masculine, you know, because a lot of times I love and enjoy dry masculine, strong, bold fragrances that are woody depth. And then I enjoy blue fragrances, light blue, and then I enjoy dense blues. I enjoy all levels of blue fragrances because I think it's really one of those tones that can be worn year round. Whether it's aquatic in nature, whether it's just, you know, really green in nature and we call it a blue, you know, refreshing, aromatic, top heavy scents. But some of those do carry some denser stuff at the bottom, obviously, you know, because a formulation of a fragrance is simple, but pretty, you know, it's clinical. There's a plan. There's a structure. That's where I'm going with this. There's a structure to a fragrance, so it's not like they're, you know, making blues different than they're making the winter fragrances or the dark oudi fragrances, except for probably focusing more on the bottom layers or the top layers or mid layers and top, or, you know, there's a lot to learn about fragrance. 2 years ago, I had no inkling or even thinking about things like this. So all of this stuff is fun to me because it's new. Stuff that you probably thought of or are thinking of now, you know, if you're on a fragrance journey like I am. And believe me, it's a journey, guys. You've watched it. It's been documented. This is I've got an experienced wardrobe here, you know. I got an experienced wardrobe, and I thank my wife for not killing me. My wife could have easily killed me, and she may yet. she may yet, but I'm appreciative to her, allowing me to explore whatever frivolous, silly, artistic thing I equate to fragrances and my emotions and lifestyle. So that's why I get on and talk when something that affects my mood and the way I feel, the way I project, when it touches something in me that feels like, wow, I bet you other people are feeling the exact same way about this fragrance. Or if not, I wonder if anybody might concur or disagree with what I feel. This is so dirty. Of course, I stay hydrated and lubricated with moisturizers, body butters. A lot of them bougie, but some of them not. I use your regular stuff too. Is that a little better? Arabians Tonka. Montale. An outstanding fragrance, densely sweet, immensely woody, and now what I consider a rose oud fragrance. Did not think that when I first got it. Did not think that when I was watching tons of reviews before I first got it. But to me, ultimately, it is a rose oud fragrance. And a lot of stuff that I enjoy is. I just didn't think about that. Anyway, I hope you guys have a blessed Wednesday. Que Dios me lo bendiga. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.